This is an integration test of the P-Lab APPLE-1 video card with the HoneyCrisp Emulator. This video will be showcasing the demo firmware that is currently on the screen, along with two separate demo programs that were written specifically for this graphics card. The card is built around a Texas Instruments TMS9918A video display processor. This is the same VDP that is used in machines like the TI-994A, the MSX1, and the ColecoVision. It uses its own dedicated video RAM, completely separate from the APPLE-1's system memory, so it doesn't compete with the emulated APPLE-1 for resources. The chip is controlled through just two memory mapped registers mapped into the C1000 through CFFF range. However, this doesn't conflict with the APPLE-1's Cassette interface, which also lives in that same 4KB block. You see, with this video card, the range is split in three ways. The bottom 1KB C1000 through C3FF is reserved for the ACI. The next 2 kilobytes, C400 through CBFF, is unallocated. And the top 1 kilobyte, CC00 through CFFF, is dedicated entirely to this video display processor. So the two peripherals coexist in the same address block without stepping on one another in the HoneyCrisp emulator. The TMS9918A supports 4 display modes, all built on an underlying 256 by 192 pixel layout. First, there's a text mode. This is a 40 by 24 character display limited to only 2 colors overall with no sprite support. Then there are 2 bitmap style graphics modes. First, you have Graphics 1, which gives you a 256 by 192 pixel grid, but the color is only assignable in groups of 8 characters at a time. Graphics 2 keeps the same resolution but resolves color per 8 pixel scanline instead, which means that every character cell on the screen can have its own unique bitmap and color data. And that's actually what makes true bitmapped images, one of which will be showcased later on in this video, possible on this graphics card. And finally, you have multicolor mode, which trades the resolution for simplicity of sorts. It's a grid of solid 4x4 pixel color blocks. And to be honest, this is pretty rarely used by the system. But you have these separate modes, Graphics 1, Graphics 2, and Multicolor, and they all support up to 32 hardware sprites. And because the video display processor generates its own NTSC composite video signal, which is in turn driven by its own 10.7 MHz crystal oscillator, independent of the APPLE-1's clock, the card's output goes to a second composite video monitor rather than sharing the APPLE-1's native terminal display monitor, which has been showcased throughout this video. Now please keep in mind that everything shown in this video is purely experimental. While the integration of this video card has went very well, I don't think that it's ready for full release yet, and there are several reasons as to why. First of all, there's not very many things concerning this card on the internet. P-Lab has made some, documentation videos and PDFs and whatnot that detail the card. There have been physical releases of this card, but I just don't think that my particular integration of the P-Lab video card is ready for public use yet. I do believe that that time will come very soon, but I don't think that it's quite there yet because I still have a few more things that I would like to explore and experiment with concerning this video card before I actually release it to the public. And so this video, again, is basically just to mark or kind of demo an experiment that I've been sort of toying around with for the past several days. And as you can see, I mean, it's clearly working as intended, and especially if you compare it to the videos that P-Lab had made on the card itself, demonstrating its features. It runs exactly like it did for him and his demonstrations, and so it is very accurate. However, I still, would like to experiment with it a bit more and possibly make it to where it's easier for a user to program the card as well before I actually release it to the public. And so with that said, I would sincerely appreciate it if you considered giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. It would help me greatly.